There's a construction project on the corner of College and Montezuma that's hard to miss. On one hand, it's going to be a place for students.
Well, it doesn't hurt that it provides 600 to 800 beds of student housing. That's what pays the bills. This is actually the entry lobby for student housing.
Bob Schultz is San Diego State's chief architect and the point man on the development.
But frankly, the point is to build a kind of town-gown campus community that doesn't exist anymore, or has never existed within walking distance.
Aside from student housing on the upper floors, South Campus Plaza will have 35,000 square feet of retail space, as many as 6 restaurants, and a Trader Joe's market.
It has an attached patio garden that looks over the campus green.
Schultz says the Trader Joe's will serve a community that has no decent market within walking distance.
But the other thing I think is maybe even bigger for the development in particular is we think that particular tenant is going to be a traffic draw that will support all the rest of the retail.
San Diego State's transition from a car-centric commuter campus to a place where many more students walk and bike to class owes something to the creation of a campus trolley station, construction of an attractive student union where students like to hang out, and a boom in apartment building. Today, Schultz estimates about a third of SDSU students, around 10,000, live within a half mile of campus. Jose Reynoso, chair of the College Area Community Planning Board, says he wants the college area to be a good place to live, but also a destination with an attractive campus town ambience. He recalls his days in the Bay Area.
My wife and I, we lived in Piedmont. We would drive up to Shattuck Avenue in Berkeley, and there's some nice restaurants. We'd have dinner, especially when my in-laws would go visit from San Diego, and then we'd walk on the UC Berkeley campus. There's no reason that can't happen here.
If there's a downside to too many students living near San Diego State, it has been the mini-dorm. Former single-family homes converted to boarding houses in which students rent by the room. They are often poorly managed and maintained and the sites of loud parties. Reynoso stands next to a vacant lot on College Avenue that a developer hopes to turn into a 95-unit apartment complex. The Community Development Board, on which he serves, voted against the project, but Reynoso disagreed, saying apartment buildings like it are a desirable alternative to mini-dorms. He offers as an example the College Avenue apartment project.
And if you do the numbers, with the number of residents, it would essentially preempt between 50 to 60 mini-dorms from being set up in the community.
Students walking on a pedestrian bridge at SDSU have a clear view of South Campus Plaza, and pretty much everybody is looking forward to it.
I think it's good for the future students just because Trader Joe's is a grocery store and there isn't really one near campus. It's about a mile down the road.
Yeah, I think that kids will get groups of friends and all go out to eat and stuff like that and go over there. And yeah, I think San Diego State's really fun. I love it. I've only been here for 4 weeks, but yeah.
The most intriguing question about the future of the San Diego State campus may not be the life of the campus, but the size of the campus footprint.
San Diego State is more or less confined to Montezuma Mesa on the south side of the I-8 freeway, but there are plans in the works to jump across the 8 to this location by building a housing development for university faculty and staff on the land near Adobe Falls.
Then there is the question of where the Aztec football team will play if the Chargers abandon the aging shell called Qualcomm Stadium and move to L.A. San Diego Union Tribune business columnist Dan McSwain says the best use of the land would be an expansion of SDSU.
There was a study the university commissioned that said if they could somehow expand their campus and expand the enrollment by 10,000 students, that would double the university's economic impact to the community to $4.5 billion.
That expansion could include a collegiate-sized football stadium, where? Right in the Qualcomm Stadium location next to other university buildings.
And the great thing about this location for a university is it's 3 trolley stops away from the campus.
A campus expansion of that scale may now only exist in the imagination. But Bob Schultz says whatever happens in the future, SDSU has plenty of time to make plans.
We are a long-term institution.
There aren't very many places that make plans for 30, 50, 100 years. Universities are one of very few that do.
Tom Fudge, KPBS News.